Fox News alert British Prime Minister Theresa May has raised the threat level to critical in the wake of that horrific ISIS attack in Manchester, meaning that the threat of another hit is imminent.
22 were killed. Many of them were children. And the man behind the CIA's enhanced interrogation techniques told us yesterday this was absolutely intentional.
One of the things that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind of 9/11, told me was that kids were one of those weapons that Allah had provided so that al-Qaeda could discourage and punish those people who are resisting the imposition of true Islam. In their minds, they don't see it as cowardice. They don't see it as a horrific act. They see it as something that they can do to create enough horror and enough terror that be able to intimidate those people who would oppose them.
So how can we end this type of terror for good and strike real fear into the hearts of ISIS?
Great question. Let's ask Dakota Meyer. He's a United States Marine Corps vet and the recipient of the Medal of Honor. He joins us today from Las Vegas. Dakota, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So how do we strike some real fear into ISIS?
I mean, look, I've been saying this is going to happen for a long time. I mean, when is it coming here? I mean, I think the only way that you get this point across is when we release the gates of hell on them and we go over and we just start. We start making war so ugly that, guess what? Their recruitment videos, it's not cool to join ISIS anymore. And at some point, we're going to have to do that. I mean, this labeling as a lone wolf attack, this saying, oh, well, it's not connected, this and that. That's not it. I mean, that's not the solution anymore. You can't just ignore this problem because it's going to come here.
Are you frustrated because it seems like every time this president wants to do something, Congress holds him back from it, or are you optimistic?
No, I mean, I'm optimistic. The only thing that I'm optimistic about on this situation is that we have a president, think whatever you want about his politics, whatever, this and that, but here's what I'll tell you is, at least we have a president that's in place that's not going to allow us to be the victims, that you can guarantee he's going to do whatever it's going to take, no matter if it's the most popular thing in the court of public opinion, he's going to do what's right to protect America, and that's a good thing we have on our side right now.
Dakota, the way you put that, it sounds like you're taking a swipe at the man who actually presented you with the Medal of Honor, President Obama. Were you just not satisfied, obviously, with his execution of the war on terror during his 8 years?
No, I mean, absolutely not. I mean, he was too busy worrying about what everybody thought of him instead of doing what was right. I mean, I think we've seen that. I mean, for 8 years, we've stood by and watched attacks, across the globe on their own people, and really, what have we done about it? I mean, nothing. But you see, we have a president in place right now that has leadership in place who's going to put a strategy together, who I think are really going to go after ISIS this time and do something about it. I mean, but we have to. I mean, we have to stop, fighting wars with politics and political agendas in them and go over there and just make it ugly. I mean, we have to make war so ugly that nobody wants to fight it anymore. And then afterwards, we start building back what we need to build back. But first, we have to go get rid of these. I mean, these people are just like, I mean, you heard them. I mean, they're just like rats going after. I mean, you can't negotiate with these types of people. There's only one way to get rid of this type of evil, and that's by killing them.
Yeah, how do you do that when they've all, it used to be that they were in one area, but now President Obama over the last years, you're right, he wasn't tough on this, so now they've dispersed into other areas of the UK. Some of them are here in the United States. We know that for a fact. So do we wait too long? Is it too late?
No, I mean, look, it's never too late. I mean, I think that the good thing that we have that's different than other countries like Europe is that we have we have the right to bear arms and we have our own weapons. I mean, they go. I mean, these people are not going to attack places where people will defend themselves, right? I mean, they go after kids and women, and I mean, they're cowards. I mean, ISIS, they are nothing but cowards.
And that's the part that makes it so diabolical, Dakota, is just the fact that this particular guy, the suicide bomber, did it at the conclusion of a young girl's concert, Ariana Grande. The kids had a great couple of hours watching somebody they really admired from a musical point of view, and then what does he do? When they're on the way home, he tries to kill as many as he possibly can.
Absolutely, and he was effective at what he was doing. And so now, I mean, when is going to be enough for us to say, you know what, let's let these guys go over and take care of business? I mean, what is it going to take? I mean, what is it going to take for us to say, let's go over and handle business the right way? Let's bring journalists with it. You know, video it, get it. Let people see. Let the world see how they're going to be held accountable. And if they still want to join, then that's on them.
Dakota Meyer, thank you so much. Thanks for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you indeed. We just heard from that Medal of Honor recipient.